Stop in the courtyard between the wings. Linköping Castle was first built as the bishop's residence around the 12th century. There are datings from fires that show that the place was already inhabited in the 11th century. But when were the oldest parts constructed of limestone, the ones that can still be seen in the castle's western side? If you look straight onto the courtyard, you see on the right-hand side of the large tower 2 low doors that lead to the castle's oldest part. The left door takes you to the kitchen with its 12-metre deep well. The right door leads to the guard room, which was a meeting room for the guards and employees. Possibly the first residence of the bishop was built for a synod in the year 1153. It was then that the first papal emissary, Nicholas Breakspear, arrived in Sweden. A large synod had been gathered together at the bishopric of Linköping. The location of the official seat of the Swedish archbishop was to be decided, either in Linköping or in Uppsala. Anyhow, there was a certain hurry when the bishop's limestone house was built. The front turned out fine. The back, however, there one used whatever building material was available. On the lower part, the limestones are level and orderly, whereas at the top, round granite stones were used, covered with very small limestone chips to make an even upper edge. At present, a carbon-14 dating was planned of the lime mortar in the limestone house in order to hopefully reveal an answer to this enigma. King Sverker and Bishop Gisle collaborated in order to establish both royal power as well as the bishop's ecclesiastical power in the Diocese of Linköping around 1130. In recent years, many remains in the proximity of the castle and the cathedral have been dated to the 12th century. Around the church and its bishops, Ljunga Kauping grew to become a town. Linköping was granted a town charter at the latest at 1287. Magnus Ladulås was king at the time, and his little brother Bengt was bishop of Linköping. Birger Jarl was their father. The Folkunga lion, their family crest, became the city arms. The oldest preserved city seal is from the year 1300. Linköping's hockey team are called the Lions on account of the city arms. Under Bishop Bengt's authority, the bishop's residence was extended in length, so it resembled the Folkunga Palace in Vadstena, which had been built by their elder brother Valdemar. Furthermore, a defensive tower with a shooting gallery was constructed. Everything was built in the fashionable material of the time, brick. Here in Östergötland, we began to use brick by the middle of the 13th century. A building extension has joined the tower with the north wing, and if you visit the Linköping Castle and Cathedral Museum, you can see the tower from the inside. On the ground floor, you can see the thresholds and the remains of the original door that archaeologists found during investigations in the 1990s. At the top of the tower is the Vasarummet, the Vasa room, where there is an old stove and a window recess still remaining from Bishop Bengt's period in the end of the 13th century. When Kjetil Karlsson Vasa was bishop in the 1460s, the Danish army came here and occupied the bishop's residence. The Danes emptied all the bishop's stores. Bishop Kjetil became so enraged that he cast off his episcopal robes at the high altar in the cathedral and replaced them with armour and charged off to fight the Danes. He swore that he would not take off his armour until the Danes had all been expelled from the country. Unfortunately, Bishop Kjetil died of the plague 6 months later. Possibly as a result of the Danish occupation, the next bishop, Henrik Tidemannsson, extended the residence to make it into a proper castle at the end of the 15th century. Bishop Brask, the last Catholic bishop, is waiting in the tower. He is discussing with King Gustav Vasa. You are most welcome to visit the Castle and Cathedral Museum. Now we shall leave the castle behind us and go towards the cathedral school and the old high street.